Hello. Um, this is my 14-week update on testosterone. I didn't do a 13-week. The changes seem to be slowing down a little bit, so I don't know if I'll really be doing weekly updates anymore, just because there's like only a couple things to talk about week to week. So, but I did pass the 3-month mark last week, so that's pretty exciting. Let's see, I guess we'll just jump right into the changes. My shoulders are, like, thickening up more. It's getting more and more difficult to get my binders on and off. That's just getting worse as my shoulders keep getting bigger. And at the same time, my chest is still flattening out a little bit because of the testosterone. So it's I don't know, it's kind of tricky. Like, I feel like I want a smaller, tighter binder for my chest, but a bigger one to try to fit over my shoulders. So yeah, just a fun adventure, I guess, to deal with until until top surgery. But anyway, I've gotten back into working out, so that's been really great. It's really nice too because I see really quick results. Like, with in the past, working out, I mean, I could, not that I really did work out for super long stretches of time, but I didn't really see a whole lot of results from the work that I was doing. But now it's kind of crazy how fast I see the results from lifting weights or doing some cardio. It's pretty awesome, I gotta say. So I've been noticing that I have been getting bigger again since I've been working out, and I have been putting weight on again as well. For, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, I kind of just leveled off. Like, I really wasn't gaining any weight. I was about the same, like maybe a pound heavier over that whole span. It was ridiculous, but the last couple weeks I've gained a couple pounds each week. So looks like I'm kind of going back into growth phase of sorts. My my appetite seems to have increased a little bit, but I know that could be in part due to just working out, so I'm burning more calories, so I need to replace more. Other than that, it's kind of stayed relatively mellow. It did kind of have a spike a while back, but I'm still really hungry first thing in the mornings, but throughout the day, it's not to a ridiculous point, so that's nice as well. What else? I've had a number of people tell me that I have more color in my face throughout. This isn't really a new thing. This is just something I finally remembered to mention. But it's been going on for a while, and yeah, it's been really interesting. Like, it almost looks like I'm a little flushed, but that's just kind of how I look most of the time now. So I guess it makes me realize how not healthy I looked before. I guess I was looking a bit sickly. Also, I'm noticing that my facial structure is starting to kind of change a little bit. I think my cheeks aren't as, I guess, sunken as they used to be. They're kind of fattening up a little more, getting a little more meaty, I guess. So that's good. It's kind of odd, actually. Like, it changes the way my smile looks and things. So it's definitely an adjustment, but it's an exciting adjustment. You know, it's progress. So that's great. Still kind of dealing with the same stuff that I've been, acne. It's the worst on my back, for sure. That's that's definitely where I'm having the most trouble. My chest isn't awful. I mean, you know, little spots here and there, and my face, I feel like I'm doing pretty good keeping it under control for the most part, but I'm just getting a lot more of like the little bumps, and just the overall quality of my skin, I guess, is just more oily, and it's just different than it used to be. So I'm kind of hoping that this phase doesn't last a super long time, but I hear that it can kind of last a while, so I'm trying to just get used to it and get into the habit of trying to take really good care of my skin. I'm still not doing great at it, but I'm getting better. So, let's see. Oh, I have noticed like a little bit of an Adam's apple starting to stick out a little bit. Like I guess like my throat kind of stuck out a little bit anyway, but I'm noticing like my little Adam's apple, a little notch kind of sticking out a little more. So, and my voice seems to have kind of leveled off as near as I can tell. Sometimes I'm not sure I always notice the difference until I look back, but I feel like my voice is kind of leveled off here for the last probably week or so at least. And as I said in my last update, I'm not having as much of the squeaking and cracking. It still happens, definitely, especially when I'm like singing and things like that, but it's not anywhere near what it was before. So that's been really good to have that calming down and getting a little more in check. Let's see. Oh, I think it's hard to tell, I guess, this time of year because I'm so pale anyway, but my arm hair, well, really any of my body hair, I guess, but my arm hair specifically in this instance, my body hair has always been just very blonde. Like in the summertime, it's like it almost looks white when I'm tan, and so it looks like I'm getting like darker arm hair, kind of like on the top side of my arm here. And I don't know if it's just because I'm so pale and pasty, or if I really am getting darker hair. I'll probably have a better idea as more comes in, or when the weather warms up enough for me to actually soak up some sun. But yeah, I really hope it doesn't get too dark. I've kind of liked having like lighter body hair, but my legs, I guess, my legs aren't blonde at all. Like it's like brown, darker hair. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for the changes over the last couple weeks. I do want to address a question. I won't do it in this video just because there's not enough time, but I have had several people ask about bottom surgery, what my plans are, what the options are, what, you know, that whole situation, I guess. So I do want to address that. I know that it can be kind of a tricky issue for some, and I probably will just do a video by itself, so if that's not something you really want to hear about, just don't watch that video. So I'll hopefully get to that sooner than later. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do it, but I do have plans to do that. And for those of you that do have questions about that, I do plan to try to get into that more, I guess, more addressing general options, as that's, for me personally, like, that's so far down the road that I don't really have any specific plans as of yet for that, but I definitely can fill you guys in on what the options are, and what some of the, I guess, an overview of the procedures and things like that. So I will get to that at some point, but in the meantime, I hope you all are well, and I guess, yeah, I guess that's it, so we'll just see you next time.